Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and early, 5 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Yes, I just finished the last video and I still got so much more to talk about. I want to mention too, I feel like I found my niche here in YouTube. Like you guys know, one of my mentors I consider is Bo of the Fifth Column, David Pacman to a lesser extent, a lot of the other liberal, progressive, Democrat YouTubers. But I feel like I found my niche here. This is where I feel comfortable, kind of using my daily experiences plus my past lessons and stuff learned in addiction, and using that to relate to you guys and relate parallels to what's going on in politics and society and everything. And I feel comfortable here. I feel like I found my niche. So I want to do that today. All right, like I told you guys yesterday, I went to the beach. The New England, 6 states comprise New England: Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. And plus New Jersey, I think, are the 7 top vaccinated states in the country, with the most vaccinated people. We're also probably the ones that adhere most to the mitigation, wearing masks. We don't have a problem with that. Doing our part to get past this and move forward. So I went to the beach yesterday. At least 10,000 people on this beach yesterday, and no one wearing a mask. And it wasn't a problem. We've moved. My point here is we've moved on from this. The majority of people have done what it takes. This was a health crisis, and we did what it took to keep ourselves healthy, and more than that, to keep our fellow citizens, our family, and our friends healthy, and do the right thing and wear a mask. How hard is it? But this is the point. We're moving on now. We really don't need to wear masks anymore here. And nobody were outside. And even though it was packed, I was moving within 6, 7, 8 feet of people when I was walking down the beach. I love to walk at the beach. I rarely lay down. I walked a good 5 miles back and forth yesterday on the coast, back and forth, just in the water, back and forth. And I came across an older couple when I was going through the dunes. An older couple was coming towards me, and it's a small path through the dunes, and they were wearing masks. And I actually stepped aside into the brush to let them pass, because I don't know if they have health problems. Just being cognizant, being considerate of your fellow Americans, your fellow human beings, your elders. And I don't know I don't know if they have health problems or whatever. I'm not going to jump on them and tell them to take their masks off or yell at them or whatever. I don't know their health history. So I step out of the way and I let them pass. I don't want to cause them any grief or concern for their own health or for my health or for anybody's health. How hard is that? How hard is it to be cognizant of other people? The conservatives, the Trumpers, Marjorie Taylor Greene, they're still going on and on about this. Rand Paul, now this is a... They're put there to help make our lives more prosperous and safer, right? That's why we put politicians in Washington, to help us abide by the Constitution and have a better life. And yet, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene are just causing problems where there isn't even problems with this cancer culture stuff. Cancer culture is translated means you're doing stuff that the majority of Americans consider stupid. So yeah, you're being canceled, and they're all offended. They're all upset by this. It's an attack on them. And like I said, here, like in yesterday at the beach, we've moved on from this. 10,000 people, basically, besides for these 2 elderly people, not wearing masks. The vast majority of us have been vaccinated. How hard was it just to make an appointment, go get the 2 shots, and wear a mask? And now we're reaping the benefits, and we're moving forward. Our economy will kickstart again, and we'll get past it. And hopefully, the next time, it won't be as hard, because there probably will be a next time. But again, Marjorie Taylor Greene comparing this to what happened in the 1940s. If I was a Republican, I wouldn't be a Republican, basically. I mean, I would just be embarrassed at this point. It's not even a political party, it's a cult. Making up nonsense solutions to non-existent problems. This whole thing with the voting rules. I heard Abbott, the governor of Texas, trying to explain why they're coming up with all these voter suppression rules, basically, in Texas. And he brought up one example from years ago from a school board where supposedly people were influenced with cocaine to vote a specific way. I don't even know if this story is true or not. But he had to go back years and use this story as an example as to why they have to reform the entire presidential elections and everything for next time. Because something happened in a school board in a town of maybe 500 people years ago. That's his best example. When I go into a store, the other day I went to a store right here in my town, and I forgot to wear a mask. This happens from time to time now. I'm vaccinated, and my mind, we've kind of moved on. Just did the right thing. And I went in, I started picking up my stuff, and I got to the last aisle coming to the cashier when I realized I wasn't wearing my mask. I was like, oh my God. And I started apologizing to the people around me that were wearing masks. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I didn't have a mask on. And I'm not doing this because I'm whipped or this deep state has me under their control. I'm doing this because the people around me, because I'm considerate of them. I don't know their health issues. It's just a consideration for your fellow Americans. You would think conservative Trumpers would isn't that what they brag about? So I had everything in my arms already. Otherwise, when this happened before, I put everything down and gone out to my car, got the mask, and come back in without anybody even telling me, because I just want to be considerate. And least of all, I don't want anybody to think that I'm a Trumper. I get up to the cashier and I apologized. It happened to also be one of the managers of the store, and he said, "No problem. You don't have to these days. If you don't want to, you don't have to." So I said, good. And I apologized. I'm sorry, though. I didn't, I meant to I just forgot. Okay, no problem. And that was it. This isn't about being controlled from our political masters or this whatever conspiracy theories or whatever. And Marjorie Taylor Greene with this now, comparing masks, which basically aren't even an issue anymore. Like I said yesterday at the beach, 10,000 people not even wearing a mask. And we were one of the states that applied the mitigation most, and none of us are wearing a mask because we've all been vaccinated. I looked up some of the states. Some of the states are as low, and of course, they're all Trumper states. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama got like 13% vaccinated, 12% vaccinated. For the life of me, these people claim to be good Americans, wanting the best for our country, and yet they're going out of their way. And the same people that are complaining because people supposedly don't want to go back to work because they're getting that whole extra $300 a week. Maybe it's got something to do with because they just want to live and they don't want to get this virus. Around here, the majority of us have been vaccinated. We've gone and done the simple right thing. And around here, people aren't frightened about going back to work. Like I imagine a lot of people are concerned where there's only been maybe 13% of the population being vaccinated, like in Mississippi. For people that claim to have America, love America, hug that American flag, Donald, you sure don't show it. And, Marjorie Taylor Greene, just going on and on about masks. We've here in New England, we've pretty much moved past it, and we'll still wear the masks just out of consideration. If somebody wants me to wear a mask, I'll put it on. It's no skin off my back. A piece of cloth over my face. Hey, if somebody will feel more comfortable if I put it on, no problem. I'll do it. Why not? Why not? I don't know. Like I said, if I was a Republican, I wouldn't be a Republican. All right, I'm going to be back later with another video. I really want to talk about Belarus and this plane being forced down in Belarus, going from Greece to Lithuania, and being forced down by a jet fighter under a false pretense of a security threat, and then a journalist on that plane being arrested in this authoritarian state where we were headed with Donald Trump. Thank God he was defeated in 2020. All right, I'm going to be back with that shortly. You guys have a great Monday.